to build glass. We will be buying that pre-cut. We won't be doing that in the shop. We will be buying all of our beams pre-cut. We won't be doing that in the shop. We'll be fabricating in the shop only. And we already have prices on all the components of the car, the batteries, the motors. We will be getting that sheet. As far as marketing is concerned, we're hoping that you'll develop a marketing plan for us, for our company, and allow a budget for the marketing plan. As like I said before, the car is $15,000 to build, $5,000 for the sales commission, and at the very beginning it's going to take a lot more marketing to sell these cars than later on. Later on it'll be a given. Once somebody has a car, they're going to tell their friend, they're going to see this car. So hopefully we can have less share of the cars for marketing. Now the marketing I've done so far has not been in order to sell the car. But we are constantly being asked, can you show your car? And we've shown it a few times. We've showed it in the Naperville Sun. We've shown it in the Elbert Herald. We've shown it in the Daily Herald. And then if you go on our webpage and if you look for that, you'll find we've done TV interviews. We've done TV 30. We did a real nice live interview. Now this wasn't marketing. This was just what I call burning bridges, because this is wasted publicity. I don't know if you see what I'm saying by that. Because I don't have a product to sell. I need a product to sell. We've been on TV 30. We were on CBS 2 live from our house. We did a really nice interview on WTTW Channel 11 Chicago, and I hope you go and see that one. Then we were fortunate enough to be on the Discovery Channel out of Toronto, Canada, which was not a worldwide Discovery Channel, but we were able to do 11 minutes on that. Now, I've learned a lot about marketing, maybe not marketing, but interviewing. The last 2 interviews, I was able to submit music. So the WTTW, I had a band that volunteered to come called the Giving Tree Band, or a solar band. And then with the Discovery Channel, I was able to have a song implemented called She Blinded Me with Science, which really goes along with the car. So in all of that, we've also, we were in the London Times lately. We were on the front page of hugatree.com webpage, which is the biggest environmentally friendly webpage in the world. But lately, we've been asked to go on Good Morning America with Diane Sawyer in New York on Times Square. But I just drew the line there. We are not wasting that opportunity when we don't have a product to sell. Does it seem like I'm trying to get myself heard, or am I trying to build a car? I'm trying to build a car. People constantly, when I'm being interviewed, they ask me, and they edit this out, why do you want to build an electric car? Well, I really don't believe that, that I see the environment getting any worse, that I've actually seen that. I'm almost 60. But what I do see, and upsets me, is our boys going over there and the committee coining the phrase, giving was the oil. At some point, we're draining our nation financially. We're taking, every time we drive someplace, and we're sending that money out of the country, it just irks me beyond all, I can't tell you what, that's personal with me. We are never going to recoup that money. They're not spending their money in America, and I don't mean to say anything against this president or any other president, but they're not balancing our balanced trade. It's required by the Constitution, but they're not doing it. Now, I'm not proposing wind and solar at this point. Somebody else might do that. But the economics of the car, that's beyond the publicity. I'm done with that part of it. Why electric? Well, I'd like to quote to you what the president of the Fox Valley Electric Auto Association's stats were, and I spent a half an hour with him on the telephone last night. The Fox Valley Electric Auto Association meets at 1976 Washington Street, and I don't know if you you guys want to go to a meeting or if that's part of the class, which is right over the bridge here on 88, the Packard Engineering Building. I think this was Packard Engineering's property years ago, I'm not sure. But Ted Lowe was the president, and now he's the treasurer, and he's been driving electric for 9 years. He drives a Chevy S10 pickup truck conversion. He's considered kind of the king of our car club because instead of 15 batteries, he has 21 batteries. And I want you to remember, when we're done using our 15 or so like he's using, he can only go 92 miles on a charge. Then we switch over to another pack. That's the beauty of the dream car. It's really simple. So he stated that it's, 5.5 cents a mile to drive electric. That's around half price. Now, it's not that simple because with electric cars, you have to replace the batteries after a given of 100,000 miles. You have to replace all the batteries. But when you do the math, you can go from New York to California for $156. And I don't know if anybody thinks that's cheap, but it's cheaper than flying. And in electric. So the given is when people own an electric car and they start bragging about the economy that they're getting, other people will jump on board to buy electric cars. And Ted Lowe, the president, I'm going to say his name several times, he believes that nobody's really going to make an electric car, the big automakers. Even, I don't know if you're up on electric cars or if this is all new to you, but they've been talking about the Chevy Volt. We saw that concept car 5 years ago in Chicago Auto Show. I'm going to put it out next year, and then next year, and then next year. Well, a year and a half ago, in Detroit, they brought it down to Pontiac, because in Detroit, they used the car, and you know, see, now, I own my own car, and Chris and Gregory, they forgot to put it on the charger the night before. They were a laughingstock of the automotive community when they did that. We don't know, did they do that on purpose? Why did they do that? You know, they've got billions of dollars invested in this car, and then they pull a stunt like that. We don't really believe they ever intended to make a full electric car. So now they're saying another year or two we're going to make that car, but we're going to add a 4-cylinder motor to that, which kind of makes it front-wheel drive gas and rear-wheel drive electric. And they want to stay with a low range. They want the car to go up to 25 miles an hour every time you accelerate electric. But if I'm on the tollway, I'm doing faster than that, so I'm back to my 4-cylinder motor. So I don't mean to play devil's advocate here, but I really don't believe anybody's actually trying to make an affordable car. Now, I don't want you to add this to your business plan, but once we reach 1,000 cars, we're going to definitely rethink the price of our car and come down in price. But right now, I want to make a profit. I need to make 50% profit so I can go up to phase 2. In phase 2, we've already designed a 2-seater and a 4-seater car, but we're not offering that right now. I don't know if you saw one of the models. It showed a 2-seater. Yeah, take a look here. And that's a 2-seater over there. It's a little different in shape, not a lot different in shape. But right now we don't want to offer one model. We don't want to make it complicated. We also, when we equip the car, it's going to come standard. So here's some of the features of the car. Of course, safety factor, I've already discussed with you a little bit. Wraparound bumper, the crumple zone, the pre-inflated airbags. The car will have 2 electric windows that roll down. It will have an electric canopy that opens up by holding the key so you can get into the car. It'll have wiper blades. It'll have full instrumentation. It will have all the lights that you need, just like this car that we built. It has all the lights. It has blinkers, parking lights, brakes, backup lights, license plate lights. It'll have all that. It will also have wraparound lighting around the bumper, neon lights. It'll also have inside the body lights. Those are safety features. If you're going down a road, these are 15 watt. They're not extremely bright. But a neon light, you can see that from a mile away. That's a safety feature. It's very easy to be going down a road and have somebody cross in front of you in a snowstorm and say, I didn't even see that guy. So we want a car that's safe and that you can see these are not very expensive to put into the car. My car also has onboard chargers. All the chargers are already in place. So there'll be 8 chargers, one for each pack of batteries. If the batteries aren't fully drained, it'll take 2 to 4 hours to bring them up to charge. If your system didn't shut the batteries down when it got to 50% low, because that's what we hope you'll always be using peak, if it goes beyond 50%, it'll take up to 6 hours to charge the car. To go 1,000 miles, that'll be $5 to $6 to charge up all the batteries in real money. And another safety feature, and I don't mean to be jumping around because it's going to make it harder for you. One of the inventions on the 17-point patent is we have gel-filled tires in the car. So these tires will not be blowing